Let's talk about this opinion piece that people wanted me to react to. It's Hardware Times, and it says GPU mining isn't coming back anytime soon. So, and this is saying that, you know, the 3080 Ti is only doing $2 a day. There have been reports from multiple outlets stating that GPU mining might make a comeback. These primarily stem from a few recent announcements. Firstly, miners have been able to get around the LHR limitation on NVIDIA's 30 series GPUs almost completely. Second, the Ethereum 2.0 merger to proof of stake model has been delayed by another couple months to the third quarter of 2022. Although these fears are legitimate, there is very little chance of GPU mining making a comeback. For starters, the Ethereum mining difficulty is at an all-time high. Once again, it's always funny to read these things from people that don't understand what's happening on the Ethereum network in relation to how there is a specifically artificially difficulty increase via the difficulty bomb. And if they understood that, and they understood that the delay by nature will cause that difficulty to drop significantly, then you would basically be like, oh, okay, whoops, well, you know, there you go. But that's okay. This perception's fine for us. We know, we don't need everybody else to know, right? So, for example, an RTX 3080 Ti generates just over $2 a day, which means you'll be needing nearly 2 years to just break even. When I first started purchasing, once again, for the second time, the ROI was, you know, typically around a couple years. It started getting under a couple years right near the end of 2019. But 2 year break even, once again, everything is getting accelerated extremely quickly. It's really funny that the perception of a 2 year return on investment is poor, when traditionally, if we looked at any other age within society, you would look at a 2 year return on investment as good. But in the case of mining, it's not good, apparently, right? So it's kind of funny to see this shift. That is if you manage to buy a card at MSRP, and that's for one of the best mining GPUs out there. I would disagree on the 3080 Ti being one of the best out there. Look, the 3080 Ti is not the best GPU out for mining right now. Don't listen to them. Secondly, GPU supply from both NVIDIA and AMD is improving by leaps and bounds. True. So much of analysts have degraded the chip maker's stock, fearing another crypto hangover due to excessive channel inventory. Once again, we talked about this. TSMC removing it from the budget, right? Or from the reports, sorry, the quarterly reports that they present to the board, they've removed crypto mining from there. We are very, very clear that from a hardware, from an infrastructure standpoint, from hardware standpoint for crypto mining, that they are bearish. All of the manufacturers for hardware are very bearish right now. Thirdly, as vendors brace for the launch of the next-gen RTX 4000 series and 7000 series, we'll see even more SKUs hit the market. Chances are that these new graphics cards will come with anti-mining measures as well, further discouraging GPU mining. Overall, it looks like crypto mining won't be making a comeback anytime soon. So we have to basically make it very clear that we would be talking about GPU crypto mining specifically, and then whether or not the 7000 series would truly be putting these locks in place. We also see a little bit more bullish behavior from a mining perspective from Intel, as they are moving into application-specific integrated circuits for manufacturing. And on top of that, seem to be releasing GPUs that will be targeting, from my perspective, at least at the high end, some miners in general. So we have more GPU manufacturers coming in. I have not heard of anything from Radeon that they would block any sort of mining. The only potential for blocking mining would be, of course, the RTX 40 series from Ada Lovelace. And from what we've seen from power requirements, it doesn't look like we would be utilizing those for mining anyways, necessarily. You also have to take into account that NVIDIA has not done that with any of their data center line of GPUs, and they are significantly increasing the bandwidth by moving them obviously to Gen 5 like we've talked about with Hopper, and then in addition to that have that HBM2E, which would be a lot more efficient. You may just be buying fewer GPUs at really high-end or data center prices and putting those in for mining. That is a potential in the shift of the crypto mining market from my perspective. Alternatively, for the smaller rigs or for the entry level, you would probably be looking at purchasing either old used cards off the market that get dumped when everybody is getting out, or you will be purchasing Intel GPUs. That's kind of how I see it right now. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.